Hey, it's Melissa Moore and welcome to Melissa's Mile High Kitchen. Give me 5 minutes. I'm going to teach you how to make the best gluten-free and dairy-free focaccia bread. That yummy bread that has all the little crevices filled with olive oil. And we are shooting today at the beautiful Mountain High Appliance Kitchen here in Littleton, Colorado in the Decor Kitchen today. And for more information, go to mountainhighappliance.com. All right, let's start in on that focaccia bread. The first thing I want you to do is get about a 1 2/3 cup of hot water. Now the water should not be above 115 degrees. You are going to be adding in 2 tablespoons of honey. All right, the next thing you do is you need a 1-to-1 flour. I am using Bob's Red Mill 1-to-1 gluten-free flour. It's already got the xanthan gum in it. All right, so right there is 3.5 cups of the gluten-free 1-to-1 flour, 1 packet of yeast, and then we're doing 1.5 teaspoons of salt. And what I'm doing right now is just stirring everything up so that the yeast and the salt and the flour are all as one. You're gonna need 1 teaspoon apple cider vinegar, and you're also gonna need 6 tablespoons of olive oil. All right, now what I have here is 3 of those 6 tablespoons of olive oil. 3 is going in the dough, 3 is gonna go on top of it. All right, so follow me along on that one. All right, let's get all of those wet ingredients in. Here's what I like to do. I'm throwing them all in here. All righty. Now I'm going to add this. So once again, the water being warm is going to activate the yeast. And I've got it on this mixer, I would say a low speed. So I have got 3 tablespoons of oil right here. That is going all along the bottom of the pan and just kind of move it around a little bit. And this is also where it's going to rise. So you see the dough going in. All right. And to get focaccia bread, what we all think of with focaccia bread, you want it kind of dimply on top, and then you put the olive oil on top. I'm going to do a dried rosemary and kosher salt on top today. But we got to start off first by getting it in the pan. I recommend using wet hands when you're pressing out anything that's gluten-free, because gluten-free is so daggone sticky. Preheat your oven and do a proof setting. That should be about 100 degrees. And if you don't have a proof on your oven, just turn on the oven light and it's gonna go in there. So this bread is gonna proof for 40 minutes in the oven. We are going to cover the bread before we put it into proof with saran wrap. All right, the focaccia bread has been rising for about 45 minutes at this point. I let it go a little bit longer. But here's what makes focaccia bread great. We've got 3 tablespoons of olive oil right here. We are going to start, first we're going to do the fingers in the focaccia bread. This is just dimpling it. Okay, so we've got the dimples in. And now we're going to do this. We are really going to put that olive oil on top here. Move the oil a little bit if you need to. Now I've got probably 2 teaspoons of sea salt and 1 teaspoon of rosemary. And we are now spreading that all over the focaccia bread. Make sure you really get into the corners here. All right, your focaccia is now ready to bake. You're going in at 425 for almost 30 minutes, but here we go. All right, focaccia bread is done. So I did 30 minutes at 425. And then the other thing I did is I did about 30 to 45 seconds on broil. And that way, the nice thing is we got that kind of crispy golden brown. Now look how easy this is. This is how easy it comes out. And I like to do that because I think it looks so good. Let you see. And the great thing about the focaccia bread is you can serve it any way you want. You could do like breadsticks like this. If you have any leftover, turn it into pizza. All different kinds of sizes. Kids love it. You can do different mixtures on top. You can do some cherry tomatoes. This is just a rosemary and sea salt, and it is delicious. So enjoy your focaccia bread. 5-minute focaccia bread, gluten-free, dairy-free. It is Melissa's Mile High Kitchen. I'm thrilled that you're here. For more information, go to melissamoremedia.com, or you can always check out mountainhighappliance.com or cool105.com. All of it up there for your grabs. Take care.